Well, this is bad. I can't see more than one plow stick ahead. Minus 26. Gonna penetrate everything. There's buildings in here. Weather coming from Siberia. It's just pounding in from the ocean here. Extremely brutal. This might actually become the coldest I've had this winter. Well, I didn't expect to be back in Vardø one more time this winter, but here I am. Everything is blowing in here today. Just look at the harbor front there. This area is so harsh and so beautiful. Look at how the snow has just blown clear off the terrain. Even though it's been snowing a lot lately, it just blows away here. Harshest place in the world. Hello my friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jarl, known as Norwegian Explorer, and I spend the entire winters in the Arctic, in a van. In this episode, I am searching for a town that was not supposed to have survived some really ugly times. The search has taken me back to the harshest town in the world one more time. I have just recently learned about the gruesome witch trials that happened here in the 1600s. But that is not what this video is about. I need to find this, to my knowledge, abandoned town that was not supposed to have survived. Let's continue on the search, or the hunt rather. Alright Vardø, how are we looking today? Windy. Oh, terrible roads. Really terrible now. Harshest place in the world, I call this. I'm guessing I'm gonna go out to this perfect camp spot, see if that feels okay. If not, I might go back to the center of town. Depends on where the wind is coming from, really. Still drifting. Yeah, so here's all that snow that was blown off those plains up there. This is where it all went down into town here. Yeah, I'm afraid it's pretty nasty out here today, but it's such a great spot. Just look at the wind coming across here with all the snow in it. Oh yeah. Nasty weather. don't think I'm gonna be staying here. Out here, it's just, this is just gonna penetrate everything. Got no need for that, even though this spot is epic. It's a place for good weather because all this wind is just coming in hard. This is pretty much as far north as you can go and as far east as you can go. That lady there is almost blown away. It's a frozen world. Oh, it's so cold outside. Oh, I'm not sure I could stay here, but this gale force wind and -15 together, it's just too much, I think. I'm gonna find somewhere a little bit more comfortable. This really is the harshest place in the world. There's absolutely nothing to compare. Not the coldest, not the most stormy, but just the harshest place in the world. So we'll just find something a little bit more pleasant without this howling gale force wind. Oh, it's harsh. I wish I could camp in the tunnel. That'd be nice. Alright, I didn't find the info and places I was looking for today, so gonna keep looking tomorrow. Gonna do a little bit of search online more than I already did and see what I can come up with. Just gonna hunker down in this frigid weather here and just learn some more tomorrow. Continue the search. Out there in the abyss is Russia. Across the ocean there, like 30 kilometers, I think. 40 maybe, 25 miles-ish. Well, this is bad. I can't see more than one plow stick ahead. And if I turn off, well, it's hard to say if I should have high beams or low beams. Wow. This is beyond. Really bad. With high beams I can steer after the plow sticks. I hope it gets better. Yeah. That was crazy. I think it's a little bit better here, but whoa. Now I'm glad they have these reflectors on the plow sticks. Ooh, that's better. Yeah, that's one of those kind of edges of the peninsula here, where it's really just blowing like crazy. Well, that's the lowest visibility I've had in years. Absolutely crazy. Oh. So when I get to one plow stick, the next ones are barely visible. This is some powerful wind as well. Rough stuff. My kind of weather. I'm turning on my side lights just to give a little bit more heads up to cars coming towards me or coming up from behind or whatever. This is bad. Yeah, just one plow stick ahead, that's all I can see. Low beam, I don't see that. But I got a little bit better visibility of the road in low beam. I think I'll go with reflections on the plow sticks. Might close this road now. This is the worst visibility visibility I've ever driven there, I think. The camera does see more than my eyes can see. So I see one plow stick ahead there. Stick aiming. Oh, which plow stick? There it is. It's fun. It's really fun. Fun driving. And it's cold, -20, and this wind. You don't want to be caught outside in this stuff here without gloves. Absolute madness now. This is the hardest blizzard I've experienced on a road. Oh, there it's broke up a little bit. That was serious. What happens next? Getting into this little village. Just look at that. Really mad here. Full on. There's buildings in here. They're not showing up really in my eyes. Rough stuff. Well, now I can see 2 plow sticks ahead. That's better. Can't see see a thing without the high beams. Only thing I can do is aim for the plow stick reflections. It's 4 o'clock. Welcome to the Arctic. They almost hit me. That was a rental car. Tourists. This place is so cool. It's so frozen. It's just pounding in from the ocean here. Absolutely frigid. Frozen stuff. Frozen lands. One more frozen village. Drive this has been. Well, here we are again, only one plow stick ahead. I thought it would be better around the corner here, but it's absolutely not. It's much colder. It's colder than -20 now. And this snow is just blowing like crazy. Never driven in anything like this. I was thinking of camping out here, but that's not gonna happen. There's a campsite that I just passed that is pretty cool, but absolutely not in this wind here. It's just getting colder and colder. So for the weather forecast, there was big news story about this whole cold coming in from Siberia. and it's kind of a different kind of weather than what I'm used to when it's very cold or when it's very snowy or whatever. This is a very different kind of harsh weather, because the combination of these extreme low temperatures and this fierce wind is quite rare. Usually when it's extremely cold it gets kind of quiet, it doesn't blow as much, but this is very different. So that could have to be with the weather coming from Siberia crossing in from Russia here. Because this is just like I don't know, it's just like it feels like very misty snow, and it's extremely brutal. Just creates a totally different atmosphere. Look at this. Almost feels like all the snow is coming in from somewhere, not the clouds. It's not falling snow, it seems like it's just blowing in from somewhere. But to the left, where it's all coming from, there's ocean. So either it's coming from afar, or I don't know. It's crazy cold as well. Look at this. We're nearly in Vadsø again. Here it looks like a little bit more normal snow, but gotta be kidding me. It wasn't supposed to be any precipitation today. Maybe it's just ice blowing through the air. Yeah, I gotta get into town here again. I think that's the best place to be, but quite incredible weather. And there is Vadsø, and you can just see those kind of walls of snow going through town in there. Pretty spectacular, but right now there's nothing here. That's where I'm gonna park though, where all those snow walls are. Yeah, this is normal snow, a little bit. But over there to the left, see those walls in the skies there? That's probably more of this coming in. Alright, let's get in there and set up camp. Everything is frozen here now. The recovery truck picked up. No, that's not a recovery truck, it's just transportation. Alright, so I ran out of propane through the night. So I only had 1 degree in here when I woke up. That was pretty chilly, to say the least. Takes a long time to heat up now, but should be there soon. And down by the battery on the floor, it's -10. So that's how cold it is out here. It's not crazy cold air temperature, but there's this really nasty wind. Look at the mist just floating across the ocean out there. That's like frost mist. Extremely cold days. And in addition, I opened the fridge straight into my nose this morning. I was bleeding like crazy. You see, it's barely a scratch, but it took a long time to stop that. Just like opened the edge of the fridge straight into my nose. That's what happens when you get up and it's 1 degree inside. You rush everything and you just do damage. So that's not too smart. Need to take it slowly. Anyway, so you know what's needed when it's like this. I got nearly 18 degrees inside now, so getting more comfortable, but we need to calm down a little bit and energize with the most important meal of the day, coffee. It's a funny day. Actually, in the news, they call it a Siberian blast. This cold. Oh, yep. This is frozen. Of course it's frozen, it's -10 on the floor. Yeah, that's just pure ice in here. Don't know if you can see that, but this one isn't frozen, luckily. $18.2 degrees inside. And I need to open the sunroof slightly. This round of low temperatures definitely feels colder than it was in January when it was -40. This wind is just penetrating everything. When you get -20 and there's a gale force wind, it's just maddening how it penetrates everything. Yeah, everything seems to be working well. Cheers, my friends. Most important meal of the day. It took me an hour to heat up the van today. That's a bit long, but I guess when you go all the way down to freezing point, that's what happens. So I have a plan to go and find this town. This town was not supposed to survive. It was marked to be burned down, but miraculously it survived. And it's a very special town in the Arctic. And I'm gonna go and check it out. Yeah, people are coming out here to look at the ocean with the frost smoke flying across it, looks like. Pretty epic out here now. Anyway, let's finish the coffee and get to it. I'll let you know more soon. It is 12:30 and it's time for me to pack up. It's Saturday today, so I prepared a new video, and it's now -15.5. And I ran out of propane this morning, as I said, so I have to go and get some propane, and then we'll go in search of this town. I've done some more research, and I found a real story, and I found the location. I was out the wrong way, just going on a hunch yesterday. But it was a great journey, don't you think, out there? But today we'll go and see if we can find this real town. So during World War II, this town was completely isolated. It didn't have any roads to it. So it was on its own out there. And I'll tell you more of the story once we get there. Let's just pack up, see if we can start the van, because this weather, even though it's not been extremely cold, just -20, there's something in the air here with the moisture and everything, makes everything much harder. So let's first see if we can start it. So it says -9, that's kind of consistent with 5, 6 to 10 degrees off, and my other sensors now say around -15. So yeah, there you see -10, so pretty much 5 to 6 off now. When it gets colder, it usually turns into 20 degrees off. So that's it, started. And that's pretty much where we are parked. So as I said, it was -10 on the floor where the batteries are. I have a sensor placed there, and you can see now the batteries are -3.5, and that means they're not taking any charge yet. So let's wait a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's climbing there up to -3. Let's see how long it takes. It's 12:35 now, and I'm just gonna do a few things and then we'll see how far it's climbing, or if it's climbing. If it can handle this, then it can handle anything. We'll see how long. It should be, I think the manual says like half a degree up every 5 minutes. That's what it should be doing, but I'm not 100% sure if I remember that right. Yeah, I'm parked by the library, so people are showing up. It's open now. Alright, look at this. It's yeah, that's 17 minutes later, and we got 4.5 degrees, and it's now charging almost at full. How cool is that? That's really working. Here you can see the individual batteries. This one is 4 degrees, charging at 9 amps, and this one is 5 degrees, charging at 9.5 amps. Brilliant. Really working. Look at the cold here. Ooh, it is. This is deadly. The wind, you can see in the plants here. That's really what makes it so frigid. So that tower over there is for airships, and it's a relic, but they keep it. Freezing in here now. I need to empty my bathroom here and do all that stuff. It is frozen out there. Really frozen. It should be even colder where we're going. So brace yourselves. Actually, I stayed out here in Vadsø because it was the warmest place in the area with the lowest amount of winds. That says a lot. Actually, Vardø, where I was out, was slightly warmer, but it had twice the wind. That was just incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, so now we're heading further east, and I'll tell you more once we get there. So we got out of the mist there for a while, out of the frozen mist, and got some sunshine. How lovely is that? This whole fjord is kind of covered in frozen mist, like frost smoke basically, and it's extremely cold. I'm going into the end of a fjord here, and it is just insanely cold. I'm gonna tell you more about the town as soon as we get there, but for now just enjoy these frozen landscapes here. This is actually Siberia cold coming in, they said on the forecast, so the whole weather pattern is driving cold air from Siberia across here. This here is called the Ice Fjord, I think. And as you can see, it's all frozen solid in here. Alright, we're in Varangerbotn, and I need to get some diesel here, no matter what the price. I think it's usually a little bit cheaper here. It's been terribly expensive out on the peninsula. But I'm down to nearly a quarter of a tank only left. Yeah, this is a little bit better. 20.74. That's decent. So that's like $8.50 a gallon. Alright, we got minus 14 on the van. That means it's minus 24 here. That's intense. I wonder how cold it's gonna get where I'm going. Have no idea. Let's just go and figure it out. Isn't that nice? Beautiful big red fox. That's probably one of the biggest foxes I've ever seen. Looks like we're gonna head into this ice mist pretty soon. It's just kind of gathering out here in the ocean. And we're actually only 100 kilometers. That's like 60 miles from the Russian border now. And we're heading east. Pretty cool place out here. It's very kind of remote and open and cold and barren. Look at the frozen fish farms out here. They're completely covered in ice. I hope it's not getting too dark before I'm at my destination. It is 10 minutes to 3 now, and the sun is down. And I'm heading towards the frozen mist, but not sure if I'm gonna enter it. got about 16 kilometers to go. That's 10 miles. So cold that this ice layer is almost as sticky as tarmac. That is so rare by the coast. Usually it's really scary driving by the coast on ice. This is deep snow. That's gonna be difficult to get back out across. Or maybe not. We're getting in to the village here. Should be just around the corner here. This town is called Bugøynes, and it was not supposed to survive. It was supposed to be burned to the ground at the end of World War II. Like all towns up in Northern Norway. But it's still standing. The only one left that wasn't burned to the ground, as far as I know. So this is the only town left with older wooden buildings from before 1945. And most of Northern Norway was burned to the ground to not leave anything behind for the Russians that came from the east. And what happened here was that the German commander who commanded the cannons up on the hill here, the garrison commander, I think, he refused to burn this town, and he just destroyed the cannons and made a deal with the locals here to take him and his soldiers to safety by boat by going across the ocean. And what happened then was that all the buildings here were left unharmed, and the German commander and his soldiers were taken across the ocean in boats to safety. Kind of a trade. And later in 1961, the German commander was invited back and spent several days in the town here as a guest. That's the basics of this story. Let's see if I can get more details. So probably this building here is probably very old. So this is Bugøynes, and this town is the only one that survived the burning. minus 15 here. Let's go down to the harbor. So you see these wooden buildings here, probably this one. Probably these down in the harbor here. Are probably old. It's frozen here today. Cold wind. Seems to be a lot of Finnish people here. Looks like a private home here. I don't know. I want to go to the harbor. No boats here. Frozen out here now. Let's go to the fishing harbor. That's always fun. Getting dark. Sorry about that, but it gets kind of moody. It's dark. That's cool. I wonder if I can go down this way. Oh, here's the store. It's closed. I think there is a place to camp down here. I'm gonna check that, but first gonna go and check on the fishing harbor. That's always fun. Love a good Arctic fishing harbor, as you probably have noticed. So these little houses here, these are probably classics from before the war. Some of them at least. Yeah, let's go out to the frozen harbor. here just as it's getting dark, luckily. So, look at these old boats here. So I'm gonna find a place to camp here. It's 3:30 now. There is a spot here that I see people have said that you can camp. I'm gonna go and have a look. There's an extremely harsh wind blowing now from the east. That's the Siberian wind. It's just incredibly cold. Yeah, this is decent. I can get out here. Yeah, definitely minus 26, basically. That's cold. Let's put this at 22 then. Well, this might actually become the coldest I've had this winter. I did have minus 40, but I think this is gonna be colder, not in temperature, but in actual cold. I'm by the coast now, and there's a wind and there's moisture in the air, so it's gonna be like minus 26 to minus 30 is probably gonna feel colder than the minus 40 I had up in Finland. I've got 2 full bottles of propane, so I think I'm good, and I think this cold spell is gonna go on for another 48 hours around that. Let's just hunker down tonight, Saturday night, and take it easy. It's 4:30 and one has to eat. I haven't eaten today. I'm gonna whip up some quick burgers today. Nothing fancy, but I'm gonna use blue cheese, I think. And red pepper and some salad leaves that I need to start using. I have one alcohol-free IPA. Lervik, no worries, left. So I always like to have that while I'm cooking. So cheers, my friends. Thanks for coming along on this journey to this remote Arctic town here that survived. That's pretty cool. Cheers. Oh, that's very cold now. Alright, so burgers. Those are good for a long time. That's nice. Alright, I'm gonna do 2 burgers. I need some burger buns. Just standard hamburgers. 2. And I got this blue cheese here. It's expired, but I don't think that matters with cheese that has its whole identity built on being expired, if you know what I mean. All right. All right, so this one is on its last leg. So I'm just gonna do that, and I think the rest is going in there. And I'm not gonna do caramelized onions today. I really love that on my burgers, but today it's just gonna be this blue cheese and this my good old chili mayo. A little bit of oil in the pan. Not really necessary, but salt and pepper on the burgers. There's that. That smells good already. So here's the blue cheese. That should be pretty good. Chili mayo on the burger buns here. Do both sides. Oh, that was fast. Alright, so that cooked really fast, so turn the burgers. Then I'm just gonna do big slice of blue cheese, like that. Oh yeah. A few salad leaves, one on each here, like that. Red pepper, like that. Cheers, my friends. We're getting close to something already here. A lot of fat in these burgers here, apparently. That's gonna be very, very nice. Yeah, cheese is melting. I think we're calling it. Oh yeah. Oh, incredible. Whoa. That looks nice. Look at those. Haha. There's two pretty amazing burgers, I think. I don't know yet, but I have high hopes. Now, before I eat, I'm actually gonna get some of the fat out of this pan. Without burning myself too much. Just burned myself a little bit. Alright, yeah, so that's all the fat. Away it goes. There we are. It's so cold. We're just gonna close that because it's like it's a little bit thermal insulated there, so it's all good. Cheers, my friends. Time to taste this. This is a blue cheeseburger. Oh yeah. That's brilliant.